Greetings, brothers and sisters. What is up? Welcome back to yet another one from us. We are trusting, hoping, and believing that all is well with you. We are coming to you with the news from the US, Chad, Niger. It's quite a mix today. So in previous videos, I think from last month, we were reporting that the US has finally finished its withdrawal from Niger. After Niger said, "We are done with you guys, please pack your bags and go," the US eventually had to leave. And finally, they have left with everything that they owned in that country. So after leaving, there were rumors and there were stories about which country they would be going to next. And the best bet for them was Benin and Cote d'Ivoire. But there were also rumors that the Major General was seeking to see if they could be taken back in Chad. After Chad had also removed them from their territory, they're also reconsidering ways in which they can maybe go back and have their headquarters in Chad. There's something about the US. In Niger, just recently, we saw them, I think it's last week, we saw them sending their delegation. After being chased out from Niger, they resent their delegation to go and beg them to at least provide them with intelligence and security support.
Yeah.
What is wrong?
And remember, General Tiani had said they don't do anything other
Of
than,
course. They don't do anything in terms of protection, security, nothing. Intelligence is even worse because the kind of intelligence they can only be their own way of getting in, on the same level with you guys when it comes to information. So right now we are seeing Chad denying information about the imminent return of US troops to the country. Remember, I mentioned that they were once in Chad and they were chucked out, and now they want to reconsider going back to Chad. But Chad is saying, we are not allowing these guys to come back to our territory. So Chad's Foreign Minister Abderrahman Koulamala has refuted US General Kenneth Ekman of the US Africa Military Command AFRICOM regarding the return of US troops to his country, allegedly at the request of N'Djamena. There has been no contact between the military departments and we categorically deny this information. We have not discussed with the American government the return of its troops to Chad, Koulamala said. Chad is a sovereign state and will remain master of its decisions on national security and military cooperation with its international partners, he added. The US forces previously cooperated with the Chadian side in the framework of fighting terrorism and left without returning until now. Based on the statements issued by the state which directly clarified this, Chad's former Interior Minister Ibrahim Al-Assil said in an interview with Sputnik. He noted that public opinion in the country does not care much about the US troops, but rather focuses on the need for French troops to leave Chad, which has become their last foothold in Africa after leaving many African countries.
So Chad is considering chasing
out
out
France.
military. And remember, these guys are like 15,000 troops.
In Chad.
So many. And we usually say like Chad is that Western or the leaders. Those French puppets.
Yeah.
But what we are seeing is we are seeing the African leader, Ekman, pushing for a lot of things. Like they still don't want to, they have left Niger, but they still want to be there. They want to have a foothold in Cote d'Ivoire, in Mali, and Cote d'Ivoire in Benin. You remember Ghana and Nigeria said no. Now Chad is here and said no. We are thinking of now checking out France.
Even France,
And it's so crazy that these people keep on pushing it. But do you remember that Ekman is the same guy who said that they only need two things in Africa. One is for mining concessions, and another one was like to have the foothold of NATO in Africa. And this is a competition between them and Russia, China, Iran. The Chadian president, you saw him in the last few months going to Russia, meeting Putin. It means he's bringing them. And if he's bringing them and he's chasing these guys out, it means in a few, maybe months or a few weeks, we'll be seeing Chad having Russia military like Central African Republic, like the AES. And that will enable even Chad to join the AES.
At some point, we reported that Chad will be joining the AES, and it was just, it was still.
Yeah, because the Prime Minister of Burkina had invited them through the Prime Minister of Chad. But, it might take time because they still have the French military. And maybe AES requires you to
do away
with them.
Yeah.
But, this American people with the American leaders with propaganda. No, I have to say we are considering this, and they haven't even talked.
Now it feels like you have already made a decision with these leaders. It's a good thing that they have been spreading propaganda about them having been in talks with, Chad, because this has made Chad to rethink even their decisions with having the French troops in their territory. Now it will push them to even say, you know what, even the France troops must really go now, because if the US is spreading lies, what of the ones that we are still having in our territory? And it's going to be a best way for them now to even start talks with AES and how they can eventually join. So there are many ways of having another leader that will not be a puppet, another leader that we have seen it in the AES.
Actually, in the past videos, would say he might look like a puppet, but maybe it's a game that is playing. Because remember, the father of the current president was the former president, and the moment he was this puppet, and the moment he was kind of changing and going against these people, is when he was killed by terrorists. So maybe the son still has this grudge, like you people
You
did
killed my
this,
father.
yeah, and I'll have to revenge now.
Yeah. To me, this is a direction to something very big for Chad. And it might not be in the next 5 years, 2 years, but hopefully it will be something that will happen in the near future. Because if they are starting to reconsider, it is very difficult to chase out these guys out of your territory, especially if you're still under their rule and under their control.
Exactly.
Unless you have your own president that you are the ones who have, you have forcefully put, then you can take such decisions. But for you to be a puppet president put there by France strategically and now turn against them, it is going to
Yeah,
be
that means
difficult because they have the intelligence in your country. They know your next move. They can even eliminate you before you even think of it. And them saying that the people's interest right now is for France to leave, it means that they know that the public opinion is for the move that France must leave, not adding any more problems into their territory. So they cannot betray their people right now, because if they know what the people want, then it's very easy for the people to revolt if anything concerning the US is to be considered in their country.
these countries don't care about their people. Guys, let us know what you
This
think in the comment
hey.
section. If you'd like to support us, we have Buy Me a Coffee link on the screen and in the description. We're also selling Fulani hats. You can WhatsApp us on this number. And also, there's a link to our shop where you can buy directly by just clicking and paying, checking out. And you can also support us by liking and sharing this video.
Commenting, subscribing.
We see you in the next one. Bye bye.